Hello, and welcome to Blue Giant Insurance. How can I be of service today? You have an appointment? Okay, what name was that under? And I'll just pull up your file. Okay. Okay, yep, here we are. Do you know what kind of insurance you're interested in signing up for today? Yeah, there's different kinds, and depending on what you do, you'll want different kinds of insurance. Some cover, like radiation corrosion, or if you're a freight runner, you might want some extra insurance to insure any goods that you're carrying in case of damage, things like that. And we also offer add-ons like supplemental repair plans to cover things that aren't necessarily covered by the original Spaceship manufacturer, especially if this is a used ship. You won't have that 7-year manufacturer's contract, so you'll be liable for any damage or repairs that happen to your ship. You'll have to pay for those out of pocket, and so we just offer some supplemental insurance plans to kind of help cover some of that, take the pressure off. But we'll get into that in a bit. First, can I get some basic information? Now, we do have your name, but if you just want to verify the spelling to be sure that I have it correct. Okay. Alright, yep, that matches what we have in our records. Let's see, what galaxy are you from? This galaxy, okay. Yeah, if you do a lot of intergalactic travel, there's, different things that come up with the policy. So if you're in this galaxy, we only insure ships that are actually registered in this galaxy. So let's see, what star system are you in this galaxy? Okay. And on what planet do you reside? And what city or province on that planet? Okay. Now we already have your hailing frequency listed. Is that the same frequency that we should use to contact you, or is there a better one? That one's fine? Okay. And then what is your intergalactic messaging sequence? Because we will, of course, send you all the paperwork over that so that you can read that over and have all your policies in place. And if you're ever stopped by, intergalactic traffic officer, you'll be able to show them that your ship is insured. Okay. Okay, and now on to some questions about your ship. What was the manufacturer's star date? Okay, so not too old. What is the manufacturer? Okay, yeah, they always have quality spaceships, so I like that too. What is the model? And what class is that? And is that the dual wing or quad wing version? Okay. What is the ship's serial identification number? And what is the ship's color? believe it or not, some ships do come in colors other than the standard gray. Some of them are white or black. I mean, usually there's nothing too flashy, a little bit of dark green, things like that. Certain colors fare better in space, so usually kind of the neutral tones, but you know, if you have the option to have something other than the standard gray, why wouldn't you? But no, yours is just gray? Okay. What area was it manufactured in? Do you know? Yeah, there's actually two areas that they were manufactured in. The Hadrian Quadrant and the Sindarian Quadrant. Do you know which quadrant yours was from? It should be on the registration of your ship, so. The Hadrian Quadrant? Okay, great. Yeah, the reason we ask that question is because the plant in the Sindarian Quadrant did break down at one point, so there are some manufacturing errors on the ships that came out of that quadrant during the era of your ship. So if it's from that quadrant, we do have to do a special inspection to be sure that everything is up and running properly. But since yours came out of the Hadrian Quadrant, you really don't have anything to worry about. So let's see, how many light years of travel does your ship have on it? Okay. Frequent flyer, I see. And are you the first owner of this ship? No. Okay. Do you know who the original owner was? Like, was this something that you bought from someone, or did you get this through a dealer? You did buy it from someone? Okay, and who did you buy it from? Yeah, we can just kind of look up accident information and things like that. If we have the original owner's name, we can get their registration and just check and make sure everything is copacetic with the ship. Okay. And now then, how long have you yourself owned this ship? Okay. So this is your first time insuring it, I would guess? Okay. Now, safety features. I assume it has a fully functioning shield system. They're all in good working order. Okay, that's great. Do you have an asteroid avoidance system? Okay. Ship vicinity warning alarms. Excellent. Do you have oxygen tanks or a self-generating oxygen system? Self-generating? Yeah, that's always a little bit easier, then you don't have to be carrying, tanks and tanks of oxygen from the ports when you're going on a long flight. So anytime you can get the automatic oxygen, it's definitely a win. It's not real common these days, but some ships, usually when you get into the ships that are about 300 years old or older, they do still require you to carry oxygen, but again, so not convenient, so the self-generating is great to have, and it does give you a lower insurance premium as well, so added benefit on top of the convenience. Is your ship equipped with emergency breathing apparatus in case of oxygen failure? Excellent. Do you have a radiation reflective coating? No. Okay. That will raise your premium a little bit, but not too bad, given where you are located in the galaxy. it is a low radiation area, so you're not going to have as much corrosion as someone living, say, more toward the center of the galaxy, so it shouldn't raise your premium too much. Shouldn't raise your rate too much, so. Let's see. Do you have an auxiliary power supply for the ship in case the primary becomes non-functional? Excellent. Emergency self-destruct. Okay. How many emergency jettison pods do you have? In working order, yes. Okay, great. Safety first. And do you have seat belts? Okay. No, that shouldn't raise your rate too much. They're really not that common anymore anyway. Kind of like the oxygen, usually anything 300 years old or more. While they were a good technology, they seem to have become something of a lost technology, so it's really quite common to find most ships without them today, so that shouldn't raise your rate at all, but if you did have them, it might lower your rate a little bit, so, but, you know, that's pretty average, so. Oh yeah, you can have them installed if you would like. There are quite a few service stations that do that. If you do have seatbelts installed, you can hail us again, and we can put that on your account, and that could potentially lower your rate of your insurance. So if you do that, definitely let us know. Let's see now. Have you ever had any collisions on your ship? Or even before you owned it, you know, were there any collisions that you know of? Yeah, ship to ship, asteroid collisions, planetary collisions, anything that would qualify as a collision. Okay. And when did that occur? Okay. So not while you owned it then. Okay, great. Has the ship ever exploded to the best of your knowledge? No. Okay. And is this a rebuild, or is this the original body? You know, is this the original body that was first manufactured, or is this a rebuild from, say, after a self-destruct sequence was initiated? Yeah, just to the best of your knowledge, you know, whatever the original owner told you. Obviously, you didn't go through a dealership, so you kind of have to take the previous owner's word, and unfortunately, not everyone is truthful, but to the best of your knowledge, is this the ship's original manufacturing body? It is. Okay, great. And what upgrades do you have on the ship? Have you added any upgrades? Well, let me pull up the list here of common upgrades. Let's see. Do you have photon torpedoes? No. An enlarged cargo bay? No. Okay. Hyperdrive? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's one of the most common upgrades. I don't even know why they put it in the upgrade category, to be honest, because it's kind of hard to get very far very fast without a hyperdrive, so it's really not an add-on. It should be standard on all spaceships, if you ask me. Do you have a cloaking device? No? Section separation function? You do have that, okay. And what section separates from which other section? Okay. Well, that is kind of handy, isn't it? And was that something you put on there, or was that the previous owner? Previous owner, okay. And what is your primary use for this vehicle? Is it just more of a pleasure flyer, just for weekend getaways, or is this your daily flyer? Are you using it to transport freight, anything like that? What is the main purpose of this vehicle going to be? Just to get you to and from work, kind of your average daily flyer? Okay. And do you do a lot of intergalactic travel? No, okay. Would you say never or infrequently? Infrequently, okay. Those who do a lot of intergalactic travel usually need a little extra coverage because there are so many unknown factors in different galaxies when you go back and forth. There can be a lot of damage that occurs that they wouldn't even expect. So we do like to know if there's a lot of intergalactic travel in your life, but you said not much, so let's see then. Okay, so it looks like your ship is being approved to be insured by us. Let me see, that's going to be 146,000 credits a year, and that is pretty average. So there is a safe flying class that you can take if you would like to have your rate lowered. I'll be sending you that contact information when I send over all of your paperwork for your fully insured ship. All you have to do is sign up to take the class and then send us the completed certificate, and that will drop your rate by 50% for 3 years. So it's pretty good. You just take a few safe flying tips and sit there and listen to the class for a little bit, get your certificate, and then you get 50% off for 3 years. So again, all you have to do is send us the completed certificate, and we'll put that on your account that you have taken the safe flying class. You get your 50% discount for 3 years. So that information will be in the package that I will send over to you. Now, before we go, we do have a few add-on services that you might be interested in. They will raise your rate a little bit, but depending on, again, where you're spending most of your flying time, it might be something that you would want to look into. Shall I go ahead and pull those up? Okay. Now we have the radiation corrosion forgiveness package, and what that is that it means you're not liable for any damage that occurs to your ship, any corrosion that occurs for flying through high radiation areas. It does save you having to check the radiation levels of each area you're flying through. That can be a little bit of a hassle, and anytime your ship does receive radiation damage, we will cover the cost of repairing the coating on the exterior of the ship. You can always upgrade to the radiation reflective coating at some point. If you do that, just let us know, because we can again add that to your account, and that will lower your rate. But in the meantime, we do have the radiation corrosion forgiveness package that will cover any radiation damage in the meantime. You don't think you'd need that? Okay. We do also offer a meteor collision package, and that's kind of a great one because it covers both in-motion collision and docking collision. So while it obviously covers any meteor damage you might receive while flying, whether you bounce off an asteroid or get hit with an onslaught of uncharted meteors, it covers all of that damage. But it also covers, like, say you're docked somewhere and forgot to check the charts for meteor showers, and one of those meteor showers just pops up and pelts a bunch of holes in your ship. The meteor collision package will cover all that damage. You will not be liable for any of it, so it is kind of handy to have, if you don't want to have to check charts. And of course, not all meteor showers are on charts. There are random pop-ups here and there. Can't be too careful. How much would that cost? Let's see. I don't think it's very expensive. Yeah, it's only going to cost an additional 75 credits a year. And considering that average meteor damage runs, $200,000 to $300,000 for repairs, an extra 75 credits a year really isn't breaking the bank, and it does offer you that peace of mind for that coverage. You think you would like that? Okay, let's just get you signed up for that. Okay, so that's all set. Added that to your plan, and that will again be in the paperwork that I send you. And then finally, we have the supplemental repair program that I mentioned earlier. And especially since you did not purchase this ship through a dealer, you do not have the 7-year repair contract, so you are liable for any time the computer system breaks down, anything that goes wrong with the ship that's not covered under your main insurance plan with us. You will have to fork out the credits to repair that yourself. So the supplemental insurance plan will just cover all of that. We'll make sure all the mechanics in the computer system and everything is covered. All the repairs will be fully covered for that. It's kind of good peace of mind to have if you're not really mechanically inclined or tech savvy to be fixing a computer system, things like that. You're pretty good mechanically and you have a friend who's fairly tech savvy? Okay, well, in that case, it sounds like you want to kind of do the repairs yourself, so we won't put that on your policy. If you should ever change your mind in the future, again, just hail us again and we can always update your coverage anytime, okay? So let me just finish getting this set up for you here and get this sent off to you, and then you can be on your merry flying way, okay? Okay, so you are now fully insured. Your first payment will be due. Your first payment will be due at the beginning of the next lunar cycle. So, as long as you keep up with your payments, consider your ship fully insured. You will be billed twice a year, and just keep up with those payments, and you shouldn't have any problems, and you'll be receiving all of your proof of insurance this afternoon. Okay? Thank you very much for choosing Blue Giant Insurance, and should you have any friends or family who are in need of insurance, please refer us. And we also offer space pod insurance and shuttle insurance and speeder insurance, and it's not just spaceships. We insure many things, so you have any friends or family in need of insurance, please refer us. And in the meantime, we hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Safe flight home.